Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am going to make my breakfast meal prep today, and I have some leftover corned beef from St. Patrick's Day. So I am going to use this all up. I made a ton so that I can use it for leftovers. So I'm going to do a corned beef hash, which I love, but this is going to be a keto recipe like all my other recipes. So I'm going to use a jicama. It looks like a potato, it tastes like a potato, but it's actually really low in carb. They're really hard, much harder than a potato. And so I'm going to peel the skin off of this and cook it on the stove. And I'm going to cook it with some bell pepper, some seasoning, and then I'll add in my corned beef, and I'm gonna scramble some eggs, and then I'll portion this all out so that it's ready for my breakfast for the week. So I will get this all cooking. I will put the recipe in the description box, so check that out. And I'll also put a link to my breakfast meal prep playlist. So check that out if you want lots of breakfast meal prep ideas. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you get all of my new videos that I post each week. So I will get breakfast for this week ready to go.
So I'm going to cut the end off of the jicama, and the skin is really tough. So I'm then going to pull it off, and I'm going to just use my knife to kind of cut a little bit of the skin off to then get it ready to pull down. So pulling the skin off is, it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit of patience. It's going to take a little bit of time. But I'm going to pull it all off. We don't want to eat the skin. Like I said, it's really hard. It's kind of waxy. So I'm just going to cut all the way around. I'm just going to peel it down, and I'm just going to keep doing this until I get all of the skin off, and then the jicama will be ready to dice up into small pieces to make our keto home style fries to go with our corned beef hash. So this jicama is really good, really low carb, really healthy. So there it is, all peeled. And like I said earlier, it's really, it is harder than a potato. So I'm going to cut it into some small pieces to then cook it on the stove. And I'm going to dice it up. You can do it as big as small as you'd like. I like to cut mine a little bit on the small side so that they cook a little bit quicker because they take a little bit longer than a potato to cook. But these are definitely worth it. They taste so much like a potato, and they're really low carb. So they're really great to have if you're on a low carb or keto diet. So I definitely recommend checking these out at your grocery store and getting some if you want to have something that tastes like a potato. So after I dice these up, I'll take them over to the stove and get them cooking. I'm also going to dice up a bell pepper. You can use any color you'd like. I'm going to use green for this week. So I'm just going to dice it up really small, and then once the jicama is about halfway done cooking, I will add the bell pepper in to cook that with it as well. So I'm going to put some olive oil in my pan, and I'm going to heat that up for just a second. And then once it's a little bit heated, I will add in the diced jicama, and I will stir it all around so that it gets coated with the olive oil. So once it's coated with the olive oil, I'm going to add in my seasonings, and you can use your preference of seasonings. For this, I am going to add in a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of onion powder. So I'm going to let these cook for about 10 minutes. These do take a while, so you do need to be patient and not take them off too soon. So I'm going to put them on for 10 minutes. I'm going to stir occasionally. Then I'm going to add in the bell pepper, and I'm going to put a lid on this so that it can steam with the bell pepper. I'm also going to add in a little bit of water and steam these so that they get nice and soft. So I'm going to cook these right now for about 10 minutes. Then once I put the lid on, I'm going to cook them for another 10 minutes. All right, so it looks great, the jicama and the bell pepper. So now I'm going to add in my shredded corned beef that I have left over from St. Patrick's Day. I made a bunch so that I can make some of this corned beef hash for breakfast. So I'm just going to stir this in and cook it all together for about 3 to 5 minutes. All right, and now I'm going to make the scrambled eggs for the side. So I'm going to spray my pan with a little bit of cooking spray, and I'm going to add in my scrambled eggs. So I'm just going to, these won't take long to cook. I'm just going to stir them around every couple minutes, and they're super quick and easy to be a side to my keto corned beef hash.
All right, so everything is all cooked, ready to go. I'm gonna portion it into my meal prep containers. I will put a link for these in the description box. I got them on Amazon. They're really great for meal prepping if you need some. Check out that link. So I'm gonna add in my eggs, and then I'll put in my corned beef hash with my jicama potatoes. It's really delicious. So this keto corned beef hash is ready to go for breakfast for the week. So glad I got to use my leftover corned beef from St. Patrick's Day. Makes this really great keto breakfast. So check the description for the recipe for this if you want to make this one. It's really yummy, tons of flavor with the corned beef, and low carb with the jicama instead of potatoes. So check the description, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I have lots of breakfast, lunch, and snack ideas for meal prepping, so check that out. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.